So we're at Hatfield's hideout in McCarr, Kentucky, which is minutes from Matewan, West Virginia. Tug River is right here, and we're just on the Kentucky side, but it's right by the Hatfield-McCoy feud sites, and you know, the infamous Hatfield-McCoy feud. The Hatfields are on the West Virginia side, and the McCoys are on the Kentucky side. But what we're doing today is while we're up here staying in this really cool covered wagon in the snow, there's a cemetery up here that I've been wanting to check out for a while. And so while we're here, we're going to go ahead and do that. I took down some notes of some people I was looking into up there that I'm going to hopefully be able to find them and tell their stories. And there's also been a few requests for family members that said they had people buried up there that, you know, they wanted us to go check. So we'll be doing multiple things, but we're just kind of exploring and enjoying the day and enjoying the pretty weather, doing what we love, which is making stories and adventure. Yeah. So, are you ready? I'm ready.
Well, hello everyone. This is Leo and Heather. She's here with me.
Hi.
And we are in just outside Matewan, West Virginia, in Blackberry City. Well, we're going to show you a few graves. There's a few here that we are looking for today. Some very interesting stories, and we just ran across the first one.
I want to say something real quick. When I looked on Find a Grave, I expected this to be a small cemetery, but people, there is so many graves here that are not documented. It goes all the way up here to the top of this mountain over here,
back down over here too,
over there. I mean, there is no way. And we only got a few hours of daylight. I thought this was going to be a quick story, you know, a quick video, but this cemetery desperately needs documented, so this will be on our radar. We'll see what we can get today, but you know, we didn't count on all this. But we'll start with this guy right here. So this is Jerry Hatfield, born in 1869. He died in 1949. He is the son of George Hatfield and Casby Blackburn, and at first I thought he was a different George Hatfield. I thought he was the one that is the father of Preacher Ance Hatfield, but it's a different George. So, you know, that name was recycled multiple times, but I just thought that he's got a lot of descendants, and I figured maybe one of you is related to him, probably. So that's one, which we're going to get some other ones too, not just the ones that I got wrote down. There's a stone right next to to Jerry too, so
broken. Looks very similar too.
We'll see if maybe he's missing a spouse or something. And then a real old one over here, nothing on it at all.
No one in it. Looks like it.
Yeah, I don't think this one is documented. J.W. Tyler.
August 23rd, 1872. To
1944. It says World War. Oh, no, it doesn't. November, it says. Gone but not forgotten.
There's some old ones here, too. Homemade.
Ole George, 1880 to 1963. Interesting. Parlia May, 1870 to 19, looks like 41. It's broken.
Look how that one's made.
Yeah. And they're right next to Hattie May, 1906 to 1947. Look at that one down there, Hazel
Rig. Hazel, oh, I thought it was two names, Hazel Rig. It's one name, Hazel Rig. Louis Obie Hazel Rig. Died January 25th, 1942. And the wife, Mary Julia Hazelrig, died October 14th, 1960. There's a James Ray Robinette, Private U.S. Army, 1947 to 1982. Law and Justice, 1904, doesn't have a death date. And Flora Justice, 1909 to 1971. Very small community, as you can see, just outside of Matewan. Now this is the whole community. That's nothing but bare road that way and on around the hill. Just this one little flat spot by the river. Effie and Douglas Mounts. Effie was born in 1888 and has no death date. Douglas was born in 1883 and passed away in 1969. I think somebody got some beagles down there. This is Dempsey Mounts, 1915 to 1960. Lockie Mounts, 1918 to 1951. Pauline Dean, 1914-1987, and Doc Dean, 1906 to 1981. Elmo Charles, 1912 to 1974, and Elizabeth Charles, 1914 to 1995. Definitely looks interesting, doesn't it? Is this the Charles one? Yeah, that's Charles. Those. Nope, that's a different one. That is a different one. Charles. S.M. Charles. 1889 to 1943. And Mose C. Charles, 1909 to 1937. Avner, A-V-N-E-R. Avner J. Phillips, West Virginia, PFC, 349th Infantry, World War II. January 11th, 1916, and passed away October 5th, 1944. Have to look at data. World War II defense worker. I'm guessing that's here. Yeah, Wesley Ward, Tech 5, U.S. Army, World War II. Charles Elliott, look at that one. That's pretty, isn't it? Gone Home. Charles Elliott, 1897 to 1994. Wes Bell Elliott. Oh, it's Wes and Bell Elliott. Okay, I get it now. Wes was born in 1875 and passed away in 1949, and Bell was born in 1876 and passed away in 1963.
Before we came up here, I tried to look some of these people up, and this one was in Find a Grave. It's a much bigger monument than I thought. It's really pretty. But it says Bobby Elliott
Linthicum?
Linthicum.
Not really sure.
1903 to 1925. Her spirit smiles from that bright shore and softly whispers, "Weep no more." So I tried to look her up on Ancestry, and I couldn't find anything. And, you know, she's young. I just wanted to see if I could find information. Yeah, there's nothing to replace going in person.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we're away from the poor dogs barking now. We'll see. See what else we can find. Harmon Pete Day, 1912 1979, and Marie E, 1915 to 1999. I think a lot of these are not actually documented, but
a lot of military marble too.
Mary Eleanor Morgan, 1945, 1941, 2010. The song is ended, but the melody lingers on.
I like that.
There's an Vance over there, which I got a picture of. The 1885 to 1935. Anyways, I think we should go ahead and move on to the harder to get to ones, because those are probably a whole lot less documented. Generally, people go for low-hanging fruit. They get tired and leave. Look at that one.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. There's a couple interesting ones.
Sally McCoy. I know who this is. So, 1903 to 1918. She's only 15. Resting in hope of a glorious resurrection. Sally died in the original sweep of the Spanish flu, October, which was October, November, December of 1918 is when it got most of its victims. And she was the daughter of Sailor McCoy, who is also buried here. And he has a Mate One store that has his little marker on it. It says Sailor McCoy, but he had a very big family, and with a big family comes a lot of tragedy, and he had his share. And this was one of them, little Sally McCoy. Well, not little, but 15-year-old Sally McCoy that lost her life to the flu, which I'm sure was horrible to witness. It's Fred Gooslin, World War II, 1924 to 1986, and Bob Gooslin. It's not going to stay in there.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Ambrose. That's a name you don't see now, but I've seen it a lot in, 1800s. This is Pearl and Glenn McCoy. Pearl's maiden name is Bandy. She's 1903 to 1971. Glenn is 1897 to 1963. Della McCoy. And it says grandmother on it though, so that's Homer Mounts, 1909, 1966. It's got a bone or something.
Hi, girl. Hello.
She's got a treat. She's got a treat.
Girl. Hi there, honey. What you got? Oh, you got a treat. Does it got a yummies? Yes.
That's cute. Annie Boyd, 1874, 1963. 1873, 1937. Well, actually, that looks like the same stuff back here.
Give me a friend.
Yeah, I usually do. Here's the Sailor McCoy and some of his family. W.A. McCoy and Gwendolyn. W.A.'s 1907 to 1986. Gwendolyn's 1909 to 1984. Josephine McCoy, 1911, 1980. Robert W. McCoy and Henrietta. Robert's 1915 and 1976. Henrietta's 1920 to 1982. Mark Edward McCoy, 1977 to 2014, and it says the last real McCoy on it. Jenny McCoy, 1873-1959. William S. McCoy, 1879-1948. And here's Sailor and Emma Blackburn. I think it's Blackburn. 1874-1947, and Emma 1886-1949. So she only lived 2 years after him. Does the sun feel good? Does the sun feel good, your pink nose?
This is a pretty one. Look at that.
Yeah.
Richard Kent Mattoon, 1977-1999. A little. Huh. 96. Wow, young man.
So this was actually someone I was looking for, and he didn't have a headstone or where he was buried. And he's a relative of mine, Joe B. Moon, 1884 to 1947. My second grandparents were Moon, and out of Pennsylvania, and Joe also traces back to the same people. This is Frank E. Moon, Until We Meet Again. Loving were your ways, faithful, fond, and true. Tears and heartaches still remain. Husband dear for you. Now Frank worked in a coal mine, and he was electrocuted. I found 4 or 5 coal mining deaths here, which I normally do. 9 times out of 10, if you see a young man, he usually died from gunshot or coal mines. Once in a while an accident, but usually the latter. So we have covered, quite a bit. I mean, you have to bend over at every single one of these, and I've taken a whole bunch of pictures, and I'll be updating those. So I'll put a link to the cemetery in the description, which isn't helpful for people that don't have a phone or a laptop, on your TV doesn't help you. But either way, we're noticed, I think graves go all the way up here, and they're way up here, and over there. It's hard to get around this snow, and we're running out of time. So I think we got about half the cemetery covered. It's quite a bit, all the way down that other side of the hill and everything, between pictures and video. There is one more I want to get, which is that coal miner right there. So I can see a lot of people having their family members lost at this graveyard, because it is a lot to it. It is, yeah. The Ellis Brown, 1896-1957. It's hard because I feel like if I just get one more, that person won't be left out, and it gets overwhelming, but you just do it a little bit as you can and what you can handle. Murphy's. I have Murphy in my family. My mom's mom is a Murphy. And my grandpa's name was Jack, actually, but he's buried in Pennsylvania. So this is Jack H. Murphy and Ruth Croaff, 1936, 1996. Look how pretty. Ride with the Best. This is Myrtle Croaff Parker, 1934, 1956.
1944 to 2019. Keep smiling. I'd like this guy. Look at that. I have no doubt I would have liked this guy. We'd have got along, Heather. Yeah, I'm guessing he was a coal miner too. Look at that face, Heather.
Yeah.
Picture.
Huh?
This is Hayes, Carl L., 1941 to 2010.
You think this has to do with wedding?
I don't know. Looks like an angel, kind of, don't it? Like wings. And Clara Nell, 1945 to 2002. It's very similar to that other stone. Look at that whole family. The family picture. I like it. And I saw a headstone over here, so
we just showed all that, yeah.
I'm thinking
Wonder what's on the top where that fence is up there.
probably a fence section.
Oh geez. Yeah, we'll have to come back. We
Yeah,
haven't
it's
even
too
got
big.
unpacked yet at the wagon.
Yeah.
We haven't unpacked our wagon yet.
But we thank y'all for coming along. Y'all have a really good day, and Hillbillies out.